What's up, y'all? Brown-Eyed Dame here, and today I am back with another episode of Guild Wars 2 Back to Basics. Super excited to jump in here, so let's get started. If you look up here in the right corner where the prompt just disappeared from, you'll see this achievement tracker that is showing Adventure Guide Volume 1. If you click this more, it will open the achievement panel where you can look at different things to complete. The adventure guides are kind of like your tutorial steps and they give tons of XP, so always pay close attention to those. I'm just gonna exit out of these real quick. They are prompting to look into expansion packs, but we don't need that at this time. Now right down here where I was at, there is this little wiggling glowing diamond, and this is telling us that we leveled up, which you can see by this bar here down at the bottom of the screen. If you hover on it, it'll tell you how much experience you have compared to the amount you need to level up, and if you click on it, the screen will pop up and it tells you what you'll get at each level. So at level 5 we unlock a new profession skill, at level 6 we have the ability to wear fine equipment, at 10 we unlock the first bit of our personal story, and at 11 we get 5 hero points. Now if we go down here and click our diamond, ta-da! This is our level 2 screen. It's going to tell us that each of our primary attributes went up by 7 points. It's also going to introduce us to things over time. So if we click this hero panel button, this prompt is going to pop up saying you just received a weapon. Your hero panel displays items from your inventory that you can equip, as well as your character's stats. You can open it by clicking the icon at the top left or by pressing the H key. When we click it, we'll get another prompt saying equip your gear by double clicking or dragging it to the designated slot. If your inventory is full, you can't swap equipment. So let's go to this equipment sub-tab. The rest of these we will look at later, I promise. And if we click here, it will open up to show any equipment we have in our inventory, which when we hover over it, we can see the comparison to what we have equipped currently. If we just double click it, it will automatically swap the weapon out. So let's exit out of this now. Now, I mentioned the primary stats increased, but if we click this, it will give us a prompt that says what each of those primary stats does. So power increases damage, precision increases crit chance, toughness decreases incoming damage, and vitality increases health. Then if we click this weapon 2 skill unlock, it's gonna prompt us to look at our skill bar, where we have a nice new shiny skill called Rapid Fire. Looking at our skill bar on this first skill, we see these white arrows around the border, and that is telling you that it's our auto attack ability. And the rest of these abilities will unlock over time and at certain levels. But right now, let's exit out of this panel, and this is what pops up for us when we've clicked the XP bar down here. So we can exit out of that also since we've seen it. Let's go back down here and look at our skills. Our one skill is called Long Range Shot, and it has a 3/4 second activation time. The description reads, shoot your foe from long range. The farther the arrow flies, the more damage it does. And right under that, it tells us that the skill is unique per game mode, meaning the skill may be different in some way in PvP or World versus World. Max damage at this level of the skill is 44 and the minimum is 39. There's more to it than that, but we just want to familiarize ourselves with our skills right now. And the puzzle heart icon below the damage info becomes really important in in-game content because they apply effects to yourself and allies. We'll look at that a bit later because right now we don't have a way to do a combo with the two skills that we have. Below that tells us the range of the skill. Looking at our 2 skill, Rapid Fire, it has an activation time of 2.5 seconds with a recharge time of 10 seconds. We have our reminder about game modes, and our damage is 160 10 times, so up to 1600 at this level. Now, the red broken shield icon is the vulnerability condition, so this skill inflicts vulnerability up to 10 times for 10 seconds. The condition does stack, as indicated by the white number in the bottom right, and each stack is 1%. Vulnerability causes increased incoming strike and condition damage, up to a max of 25%. Our skill deals up to 10%. It is a combo finisher, like our 1 skill, and has a 1500 range as well. We're here on 6 is our heal skill. 6 will always be your heal skill. Our starter heal is called We Heal as 1. It has a 1-second activation time with a 20-second cooldown. It heals you and your pet and gives you each a copy of each other's boons. The amount you heal at this level is 124 HP to you and your pet. The yellow icons indicate boons, but this is not saying that you get all of these boons when you use this skill. It's just a list of boons possible to have. How this works is if your pet has swiftness and you have might, when you use this skill, you then have might and a copy of swiftness from your pet, and your pet has swiftness and a copy of might from you.
Care for an expedition? Maybe to the east?
Expedition, eh? Normally I'm in, but that's right into the undead.
Maybe they'll clear up before we get there.
I think I'll pass.
Pardon me. I'd like
That
to talk
scout
to you.
would like to talk to me. Scouts are indicated by the telescope over their head, which reminds me, I'm going to show y'all how I turn on all of these names and whatnot above all of these NPCs and objects. So this one is to turn on auto loot, which will keep a window from opening up every time you loot something. It will just pick everything up, which is really nifty. This one is to toggle enemy names above their heads. All of these boxes that say show such and such names, I'll toggle them off so that you can see what it does specifically. So these no longer have names showing unless you hover over them with your mouse. And if we toggle this usable objects box, you can see how it's causing this tree off to the left to toggle. So you know it's a usable object you can interact with, and they're typically in a yellow text. If we do have player names, let me find a player like this one. It will toggle other players' names in the world. If you click them, you can look up at the top of the screen. So let's see. They are a thief, and they show as level 3, but the arrow pointing down next to it means that they are higher than level 3, but scaled down for this current area of the map. And when you right-click their name, You can whisper them, which sends a direct message to them only, invite them to the party, view their cosmetics like you have before. This person is wearing an outfit with the default dye. And basic weapons. Outfits just cover your armor, and then when you reach level 80 and get your final gear, you can put skins on your armor and take off the outfit. You can also send mail to them. So this is different than whispering. With mail, you can send gold and items, and they can receive mail even when they're offline. It'll be there for them when they next log in. Then you can add them as a friend, block them, and report them. Oh, they just had some kind of debuff up there. Anyway, that's what the player name one does. Sometimes you'll see people with brackets at the end of their name with 3 letters in it, or 4 letters in it. That's the tag of the guild that they're in. And then if there is wording underneath their name, it's a title that they earned in some way. This next box is for NPC names, which gives us all these green names here. Sometimes this helps me find a particular merchant I need to talk to without having to run around and hover over each one to figure out who they are or what they sell. Then let's toggle the enemy names, which we don't have many around right here, but we will if we go over towards this heart quest with the grubs. So you can see these larva names toggling. You'll notice that their names are in yellow, and if we click one, they have a red health bar up here with a yellow name, and the yellow name is telling us that they aren't hostile, so unless you attack them, they'll leave you alone. Let's try attacking one of these. I'll just double click, and it's obstructed, so let me get a little closer. See how it turned red then? Now they're hostile and will attack. Regular hostile enemies will have red names automatically. Back to our auto loot, I'll go grab this that we just killed that's sparkling, and it will automatically pick it up without having to look at a window of what's there to pick up. I'm gonna go right down here to control options real quick. I encourage you to set your keybinds to what is most comfortable and easy to reach and remember for you. Some of it may take a little bit of time to figure out. The more you play the game, the more you'll find yourself naturally reaching for a key or maybe even struggling to reach it. Just experiment and do what works best for you. You may go bind something that is already bound to another command. Just be aware of what you're changing so you can rebind that command to some other key if it's super important. I have pretty small hands and hate reaching up to my numbers on the keyboard for my skills, so I do have a mouse that has all of my skills bound to it. I don't use a lot of different binds for targeting. I really just use shift to target what's nearest to me. There are plenty of different commands for targeting if you want to use them. I also map my interact to my mouse 3 because it feels most natural to me in this game. Yes, it is normally F in all others, and I'm good with it that way in others. I just do it a little bit different in Guild Wars 2. So take your time with these things. Try some things out, readjust if you want to. You can always restore the defaults and go back to changing some things that you want to and leaving things the way that they are by default. All right. So let's get resettled up here real quick now that I have things set comfortably. Perfect. And we are going to make my mini map bigger because you can drag this to make it bigger and smaller. There are also some settings for the HUD, and you can where is that? Oh yeah, you can toggle the time of day within the game to show in your minimap, as well as your local in real life time. And there should be something in here for the HUD, but I'm not seeing it right now. No problem. We will move along. Oh yeah, profanity filter for chat down here. Right now the box is set to fade out. If you click this show hide box, it will give a darker background, but I'll leave it transparent for right now. Actually, let's show it so we can keep track of what's going on around us a little better. And if you missed part of a cutscene or something, you can scroll back through here and read it. So like right down here, the mender said, we start here in our forest, there were others hurt in the dream and they could use our help. Then in gray, it's telling us that Warden Arendelle is beckoning to us, which was our scout. And currently, if we were to type something in chat, it would be say chat. Say chat is the area immediately around you, so only people near us would see our message. Ooh, dang, that scared me. Then if we pull up this list here of commands, we'll see map chat. This chat can be seen by all people in this particular map. Pretty much all of the maps are square or rectangular. So if someone is way up here in this map and you type something from where we are, that person will see your message. We also have party, squad, whisper, and guild chat. Let's see, we went over here to check out what we have set for hiding the HUD, which is Control-Shift-H. You can take some pretty cool pictures like this because it will take away all the distracting parts of the game mechanics and you can enjoy the art. And as I mentioned before, there are a lot of emotes in this game. If you hit enter to start typing in chat, then backslash with whatever emote. Oh yeah, side note again, this also goes for whatever type of chat you want to type in. Type \M and then space for map chat, S for say, P for party, or W for whisper. You must be in the second box to backslash and change chats from whisper, because the first box is to type the character's name that you want to send the whisper to. So back to emotes, we'll do \cheer, which we got an achievement for. You can see the achievement over here above the minimap, and if we click it, it will open the hero panel and tell us about the achievement we just unlocked. Some achievements award you with more than an achievement point. This one gave us experience, and if you look over here, it's also telling us that the achievement was part of this character adventure guide, volume 1. If we click it, we'll see all the individual achievements within it and can scroll over or click on them for more information. As you complete achievements, your points will go up here, and at certain increments you get these chests that give you more rewards. If you scroll down, you can see the ones we've completed so far. The first one is the adventure begins, and we just had to enter one of the race starting zones for the first time, which we are in Khalidin Forest. Then we just got one for using an emote. These achievements are great to check on because they can also give you helpful information. This one tells us if we type \emote list, we can get a list of the emotes available to us at this time. So let's do that and scroll up. Oh, this is someone typing in map chat about their guild recruiting members. There is their guild tag with the brackets. They are Sylvari themed. Anyone can join. They focus on PvX, so they do all of the game modes, so you can help with all of that. They do weekly events, have a Discord if that's important to you, and tell you to send them private messages for more info or to join. That's a pretty standard guild recruitment in map chat, and you'll see them fairly often. So back to our emote list. The ones that have locked beside them can be obtained by achievements or buying them in the shop. So let's type beckon in. There's that one. See our Sylvari beckoning. We can do bow. So you can do any of these, and you can even do them while your HUD is hidden. You just won't be able to see what you're typing. So you can get pictures of you emoting.
You look nice today.
I know.
Care for an expedition?
We have another ranger here next to us with their pet.
Normally
Our pet has blue lettering, and later we can actually rename our pets. Let's finally go see what the scout has to say.
Pardon me. I'd like to talk to you. Welcome to Astoria. As you journey forth into the unknown, know that you are not alone. Seek guidance from those who make their homes here, and help them in their time of need. The path ahead is yours to choose.
They are circling a bunch of heart quests here for us, known as Renown Hearts. These are like little side gigs that help the residents in the area, and they'll give us some XP, money, and karma for completing them. That is what all of the scouts do for you, so now those will be identified for you in the map, and you'll know where to go to complete
As you
them.
journey outward, you'll encounter amazing Asuran waypoints that, for a small fee, allow you to rapidly traverse the land.
You can also just stumble upon them, but the scouts are there to help. Scout also mentioned using the waypoints for a fee, these floating blue glowing devices here. You'll unlock a lot of them as you explore. And if you're curious as well, you can talk to most of the NPCs if they give you an interact button. It can be interesting checking in with some of them out of nowhere. There's a lot of hidden lore and comedy in the game if you actually look for it.
Seize the moment.
So let's see. Right over here, right off the bat, we have a Renown Heart as indicated by the heart above this NPC. The sound you heard is also an indicator that we walked within the area that a heart quest starts, and it will pop up in the top right corner here. If you scroll over it, it will flash on the mini-map below. You can read the specifics of the quest here. You can even toggle the details on and off. So this one wants us to kill termites, uproot their larvae, and feed prickly fruit to the hungry moas. You will know if you're within the area to earn progress towards the quest if the bar shows up in the top right. And if you walk out of the area like that and back in, you will hear the sound of the heart quest again as well. So let's go over here to these larvae and attack this one here, even though it's not hostile to us. When we killed it, a prompt showed up in the middle of the screen saying we helped Warden Delilah, and it will move up to the top right where you can see our progress bar moved up. This means we're doing something right. This is an open world instance, so sometimes there will be other people doing hard events too, and maybe there won't be a lot of things to kill until they respawn shortly. That's why the quest gives you multiple things to do to complete it. That ranger is focusing on the enemies already present. Let's pull up this larva and then kill it. That also counts because it was part of the objectives for the quest. There's also feeding the moas prickly fruit. We can see these trees are called prickly trees and the moas are resting under them. We know by the yellow text that the tree can be interacted with, so let's kick this tree and the little moa will run around gobbling up all of the fruit.
Everything has a right to live.
Why do you keep saying that?
And we've
Trying to
leveled
dodge
up.
with all these termites
We can
just
click
helps
our
remind me myself.
diamond over here.
Everything has a right to live.
We got a bag, and we've also leveled our primary attributes again. We've also got some information about our inventory, which our prompt says we can open with I. And we will do that and see all of the new flashing things we've picked up. Also, in our level up rewards, we can click this to see information about PvP, where you can join immediately because you are boosted to level 80 while you're there and can equip any gear you want to use. A lot of people use this as a way to test builds on dummies and see if they'll like a profession without committing further to it. We won't get into that anytime soon, but our reward window wanted us to be aware. We have also been rewarded with an 8-slot leather bag, which we will yoink, and our upcoming level unlocks pop up for us again. Our bag will go over here to the left-hand side of our inventory. We have 2 extra slots on the base account. Let's just double click it so it will go over there, and we now have this leather bag with 8 extra slots equipped. I don't care for my bags to be separated like this with a drop down, so I go up to the settings and just turn off the show bags option. So far in our inventory, we have a dagger with this blue background, meaning it is of fine quality. It also tells us it's an offhand weapon for our profession. We won't unlock offhand until level 6, so we'll just hold on to it for right now. This is a crafting material that several crafting professions can use. Notice that it says 0 out of 250 in material storage. This means it can be stored for crafting, and the inventory has a super useful and nice button over in the top right that is labeled Deposit All Materials. You can click this nifty button to send the materials to the Shadow Realm that is your bank for safekeeping until you need it later on. It's a quick and easy way to make room in your inventory if it gets full, and now we can drag these over if you want. But there's also a super nifty button that is labeled Compact. This will push everything together at the top of your inventory. Some people hate it, but I really dig it because it saves so much time. You can make your inventory larger from the bottom down here if that really appeals to you. Now, we may not be able to use this dagger right now, but we'll hold on to it so we can experiment with it a little bit later. Each profession is able to use lots of different weapons, and each weapon will give you new abilities. And when I want to hold on to things, I tend to put them towards the front of my inventory so I know to leave them. At a later time, we will be able to salvage things that we don't want to keep to get some crafting materials, and that's what it tells us there at the bottom. So this collectible holds an enhanced mighty chest piece, which is more powerful than the standard level 5 chest pieces. If we double click it, it will open up a choice of 3 of them. Now we're not level 5, which it's telling us in red, so we can't equip it until then, but pay attention when picking this also, because in the box there is a piece for each of the classes, light, medium, and heavy. And we want to pick the medium armor written in white down here at the bottom. It will also ask us if we're sure if we want that one, and we will just say yes. Now, hovering over it, we'll see the defense is better than what we have equipped, but have to wait until level 5 to use it. Let's right click it and preview this armor. And this will show our character wearing it with the color scheme that we're currently using. And right clicking and going to customize will pull up this screen that lets us pick the stats we want attached to the armor piece. It also says in the item description that you can double click to select the stats. But right now we're gonna cancel out of all of this until we can wear it because we have other things to do. Let's finish this renown heart. So sometimes you'll see swords above an enemy's head. This normally means that you attacked one of their friends and aggroed them as well. Now notice these enemies we killed have sparkles over them. This means that they can be looted, and we'll go over and interact to loot. And since we have the AoE loot turned on, it will loot everything in the area, so you don't have to go from one to the other.
Act with wisdom.
The loot will show up over here on the left above the mini-map, and you can hover over them while they're there to get a description. And if we open our inventory with I, you'll see those 2 items glowing as new. Now the Tiny Fang is a crafting material, so we'll deposit that and compact. Then open this box for a helm, and we'll pick the medium armor down here at the bottom, and it can wait with our chest piece until we level up. We got another achievement, Worm Slayer. We got the first tier of 4 done, which was killing 10. This next tier we have to kill 100, so let's keep at it. Now that big whoosh sound means we've completed our heart. Looks like we also completed part of our adventure guide achievements and got a lot of XP. Over here above the mini map is our completion reward for the heart. And we will click it and it says, the farmers told me how thankful they are for your help. Their fields have been healthy with less termites around. As a warden, I also give you my thanks. You've done us all a great service. Warden Delilah. And it gave us 45 copper coins and some karma, which is another type of currency that can be spent at karma vendors. Now, once you finish a heart quest, the NPC with the heart over their head becomes a merchant, as it says down here at the bottom, and we will accept that and go look for our merchant. We can check the mini map for the full heart if we get turned around, but she's right here in front of us, so we will go talk to her. And if we click this karma symbol, it will open the store, where we can see they are selling some accessories, weapons, and consumables in exchange for karma. And if you want to buy these things, no one is stopping you. Karma is a pretty plentiful currency, but you level so fast that these things will be replaced fairly often. I recommend just waiting unless it's a consumable, because they at least give you some temporary buffs for a certain amount of time. And we'll also run across some special items later on that I'll point out as well, that these karma merchants offer, so you know what to buy for sure and what to just leave. This second tab is the best place to get rid of junk and things you don't want to carry anymore. We don't have any junk right now. It normally has a grayed out name and isn't good for anything. You just hit this sell junk button to take care of it. We can also sell things that we can't salvage, so let's sell this starter bow that we've been carrying around for a whole 1 copper. We will highlight it and hit sell. You can also just double click it and then we will exit out. Woo! We did it. You know, that even calls for, let's just give a little cheer down here. Perfect. Now, looking back at our mini map here, I think I missed when we got this earlier. These small squares are points of interest, or POIs, and they mark interesting spots and at times can help you find things that are needed for achievements. There may be some lore behind them, so they're pretty neat to look into. In this instance, it was where our heart quest was located, back in here. And back to the mini map, we can drag and see some merchants, and over here another POI that is undiscovered. Let's head over there and take a look at it.
Pardon me. I'd like to talk to you.
You look nice today.
I know.
Now we are coming up on our other POI, and there we go. We got some XP, and above our mini-map it'll tell us the name of the POI and also the progress of finding all of them in this map. So let's talk to this NPC and see what they have to... I didn't think he was a merchant. Huh. Well, that just goes to show it's good to talk to
I'll be
random
seeing you.
NPCs at times.
Our deeds are reflected
Ari
in the
over
dream.
here is giving us a bit of information about the Warden Light Tree here on Solitaire Island. It's used by the Wardens to make weapons and armor. Warden Light Trees are also viewed as sacred sites to the Sylvari. So let's head to our next heart quest that it's pointing to in the top right. Oh, an event just started in our area. You can look at the mini-map and see the orange circle with the shield in the middle. The information for the quest is in the top right, and it wants us to stop the termites from eating the Warden Light Tree. So let's kill all these termites, and as we kill them, you'll see the text below the event bar counting down the percentage of the termite attack strength. And our goal is to get that to 0, but have that bar that's the tree's health to not drop to 0. And we are at 50% attack strength.
Score one
Oh,
for me.
and we got a trash collector achievement, which means we picked up junk to sell. We are almost done here.
I grow more lovely all the
We
time.
completed that event, and it gave us a gold medal, so lots of experience, karma, and some coin. But we're not done because this is an event chain. It's going straight into another event because we succeeded with the first event, which means more goodies. Above the tree's health bar is the event boss's health, so we need to take out this giant termite larva. And we have friends coming to help. And we get 2 other achievements for our adventure guide. Oh, it disappeared into the ground. But emerged as a flying termite. Let's take this baby out. And we did it! Let's go loot for goodies. And open our inventory. Lots of new things. We also have a lot of XP for all of that. And we went up almost 2 levels. Let's open our level up rewards real fast. Our primary attributes leveled. We got a new weapon skill, Hunter's Shot. It's instant with a 12-second cooldown. It does 15 damage right now, gives our pet swiftness for 10 seconds, and we acquire stealth for 3 seconds. This is great for putting aggro on your pet so you can move away and reposition. It's another combo finisher with a range of 1500. We've got some information on where to find banks. They are in all major cities and sometimes some smaller towns. And this is where you can view all of your unlocks and collectibles, store things for later, and where you can pull crafting materials that you deposit from your inventory with that deposit all materials button, which we have already done. And then here's our information about POIs, which I've already talked about. And we'll just go ahead and accept our level up and see our upcoming rewards pane again. This hasn't changed yet. Now, inventory wise, we've got a pistol that we can't use, a sword that we can. Let's just pull it out here. A coat with better stats than what we've got equipped now. It's not as good as our level 5 gear, but we still can't wear that, so let's just double click this and put it on. We also got a short bow, and we'll drag it over next to our sword to look at in a minute. Here are our first bits of junk. It's got a gray name labeled as a trophy, and they're soulbound, which means that they're stuck on the character that acquired them. Another character can't do anything with them. And we don't care to do anything like that though, because we're just gonna sell them. These boxes need to come over here, and we've got the dagger and armor we've been carrying. This box is for a chest piece again, which we already have. If we open it and compare to what we have in our inventory, it's the same. I'll select them again just to look at them. So let's take a look at this short bow real quick. Let's go to our hero screen, and I will drag and drop it to replace our current longbow. So there's a couple of lines of text that pop up here saying that we've learned new skills. It does that because different weapons give us different skills. Now this short bow has a pretty neat skin as well. Nice blue and glowy. The skill for the short bow shoots an arrow that causes our enemy to bleed, and when the enemy is defiant, which we'll run into later, shots from the flank or behind them do more damage. This is a combo finisher that has a 20% chance of causing a combo, and the range is much shorter than a longbow, which makes sense. Skill 2, Poison Volley, fires 5 poison arrows in a fanned spread, and they deal more damage if from a flanking position or behind them, or if they are defiant, again within 900 range. This one does not have a combo effect, but it indicates that it pierces the enemy and can hit up to 5 enemies per arrow. This is a great skill for mobs of enemies. Skill 3, Quick Shot, shoots a quick shot in an evasive maneuver and gives us swiftness. It can be used when retreating. This one is a combo finisher, and it also gives us evade for a half second, so it's essentially a very small iframe time with a range of 900. It is better than our longbow, but right now as a ranger, I'm gonna keep using my longbow and unlocking skills with it. We do have a sword we can equip too, but we'll look into that later. I'm gonna go talk to this warden merchant and sell the junk in our inventory.
We live in dangerous
Go
times.
to the sell tab and see the junk with the gray name. We'll go right down here and hit sell junk, and it'll be gone from our inventory. We got 4 copper for it. I also want to sell this old leather vest, and since we can't use this pistol, let's sell it too. We'll keep the rest of this for a little longer until we can try them out and see what we like to use the most. If you ever accidentally sell something, you can go to this buyback tab and just take it back for the same
next
amount
time.
that you got it for. So let's go run around some and see what we can find next. We've got some non-hostile drakes here, so we'll just run past them.
Can't wait to see.
Now, we
you
just
all.
got some XP for discovering the Verdants, and the Verdants is an area within the map of Khalidin Forest. It was previously a blurred area in the map, and when we walk into it, it makes that area visible on the map. And looks like we're now getting into some enemy jungle troll territory. This troll has the ability to heal itself as indicated underneath its health bar, and we're going to go for it, opening with our 2 skill to put vulnerability on him, and it just helps us burst him down very quickly. And we've leveled again. We unlocked our profession skill, which tells us we can now sick and call back our pet. And we also have access to the pet panel now. This is showing us the button to open it, or we can hit K to pull it up. Now, we get more pets by interacting with juvenile animals in the world, and then we can go into the pet panel and switch them out. And we also have our first down skill. We'll have to use it eventually. It's inevitable. It's just our chance to get back into a fight after our health hits 0. And our upcoming rewards now tell us that the next level will get our offhand unlocked, which is awesome. To check out our profession skills real quick, they default onto the FN keys, and you can change them in the settings, which I will definitely do, but I'm not going to right now. Let's select this troll and hit F1 to sick our pet on them. And there he goes. Now it will attack the enemy until the enemy dies, the pet runs out of health, or you call it back to you. And if you keep putting distance between you and your pet, it will eventually snap back to you. Now, the F2 skill will unlock at a level 11. Let's say we click a target here and sick our pet, but you know what? We didn't mean to, or we changed our mind. We hit F3 to call it back to us, and it will disregard the sick command. You can also toggle guard and avoid combat if you want them to help you with combat or not.
Defend me.
Or you can even stow them and put them away completely, which is pretty nice. Once we find another pet, we can equip them here within our other pet slot and swap them with F4. Let's open the pet panel. This is where you can rename your pets if you choose, and where you set which pets you want to use. There are a bunch of them, but some of them are locked behind expansions. A lot of them can be found in the base game. So it's kind of nice. It's like a little scavenger hunt for your pets. Now you can look at your pet skills here, and right now it only has bite at this low level, but we'll unlock the others. All the other skills down here are connected to the Soul Beast Elite Specialization in the Crystal Desert expansion. Those other 2 spots with the blue around them are telling us that our aquatic pets go there because there is underwater combat. Let's just continue doing some exploring here and killing some enemies. So let me kill this troll real quick. And then if you look right up here, you can see this shiny flag looking thing. And right now, I don't see it on the mini-map, but let's go check it out.
Adventure in a strange
Nice. We
land.
even discovered a new area, Sleeves Inlet. Let me move back from this real quick so we can see it on the mini-map. I'll zoom in. So it's the 2 red triangles, and these are called vistas. We'll go interact with it now. So they give us some XP and a neat cinematic of the immediate area. And these can sometimes help you find ways around obstacles or into areas, but really they're just nice little scenes and I love them. If you are to accidentally hit interact again, you can close the scene early down in the bottom right. I recommend really letting them play the first time to soak up all the game has to offer, but you can skip them the first time as well if you really want to. So we've run into another heart quest. This one says to burn undead corpses, smash noxious plants, protect wardens, and battle the risen, which are essentially zombies. So, oh god, that guy just popped right up. That startled me. He's invulnerable right now because he has that blue effect under his health that gives him invulnerability. Be careful not to use your better skills on him whenever that happens. And we'll smash this noxious plant, and I'm poisoned. Our conditions show up to the right of our health above the skill bar. Poison deals damage every second and decreases healing effectiveness. The more stacks you have, the more damage you will take. The white outline around it is the duration. If there are multiple stacks, it takes 1 stack off each time it counts down. Oh. Here's a warden that needs to be resurrected or rezzed. If we walk over here and interact, we will start refilling his health bar. And when it's full, they will pop back up. Ew. I swear that's not normal. That's a bad example because of the heart quest area. But we got an achievement, so that's pretty cool.
I'm ready to go.
So we finished our heart quest and got a lot of XP. We will read what our heart says. I can't begin to express how much the undead distress me to my core. I'll never forget our experience at Sleeves Inlet. We nearly died. I want you to know that wherever your hunt takes you, you have a friend there. And we've unlocked this merchant. And they're a little ways off up here on the mini-map. Let's see if we can get to them and see what they're selling. we've found another heart quest, but we'll go ahead and go see our other merchant that we unlocked. We also discovered Greenbrack Delves area. I also went the long way around. That's just part of exploring, really, and honestly, we're just having fun and running around anyway. That's fine. We will get there eventually. We have found our second waypoint and leveled up again. Awesome. Let's take a look at that. So we can equip our blue gear now, as it's telling us up here. And we have unlocked the offhand slot, where we can equip axes, daggers, torches, and war horns. And let's see, our weapon 4 skill has unlocked. Point blank shot has a half-second activation time with a 15-second cooldown. We push back our foe with a point blank shot. The closer they are, the further it pushes them back. It's got a range of 1200 with a max knockback of 600 and a minimum of 100. It is a combo finisher and does 300 Defiance Break, which is very important in later gameplay with enemies that have Defiance bars. So this skill is going to be great for creating space for our ranger. We get to pick what to receive on this level up reward, either a torch for offhand or a greatsword. I think I'm going to pick the greatsword since we have another offhand weapon to try out. In fact, I believe we have a war horn in here as well.
He was the kennel master at Ganador's kennel to the west.
Another pistol we don't need. Our sword.
The last time I saw him.
And there's our war horn. We also have some more boxes, so let's get our level 5 pants and our level 5 gloves. So we have 4 pieces right now. This is a helm box, which we already have. So honestly, we're just gonna drag this up and outside the inventory, and it'll ask if we're sure if we want to destroy it. I'm gonna say yes, I'm sure, because those boxes can't be sold and neither can the equipment that you get from them, and we don't have salvage kits right now, so we're just gonna get rid of it. So we've deposited our crafting materials and compacted. Now let's customize our equipment so we can become better geared. The best attributes for rangers are typically power, precision, and ferocity. Power increases outgoing strike damage, precision increases critical chance, and ferocity increases critical damage. Now that's not to say that they won't benefit from other attributes, but it all depends on your weapon, specialization, your traits that you equip, and any type of damage that you want to do. Now, I'm not a big min-max player, but it's important to have a good understanding of your attributes so you can do well with the build that you want to play. So toughness increases armor and is actually one of our primary attributes that increases as we level, along with power, precision, and vitality. Ferocity is a secondary attribute that you will only get from gear and traits. So we will go ahead and accept this great sword to get the level rewards out of the way. Now, our level 10 is showing that we'll get access to the raptor mount. They added this not all that long ago, but it gives a trial of the raptor mount that you can fully unlock and have from that point forward if you buy the expansion. Let's get this gear fixed. We've got the honed prefix that includes power and ferocity. Also have hunters with power and precision. Ravaging with precision and condition damage. Rejuvenating is good for support healing builds since it gives you more healing power. And if you see, strong is also power and precision, but compared to hunters, the numbers are different. Strong has more power and less precision than hunters. So I think we'll do hunters for more precision for that crit chance. This other upgrade slot we don't have anything for yet, so we'll look more into that later on. And these other coats I opened, you can see don't have attributes attached to them. We'll put our new coat on and honestly just toss these others since they can't be sold. Now we will customize our headgear. I think on this one we'll choose some condition damage, maybe.
The undead are growing too bold for my liking.
Yeah, why not? There's nothing wrong with doing something a little bit different. We can add a little more condition damage for those conditions that our weapon skills do. Gloves. We will do hunters. And pants we'll do strong. We will equip those. And now we have a bunch of old, weaker gear to throw up here so they show up at the top of our sell list. Just rearrange that real fast. Then we will compact. So now we have our gear equipped and we can see it in our hero panel. We still need, looks like, some boots. And this is also where you can hide your headgear by unchecking this box on the headgear slot. This will also work on gloves and shoulder gear, which we don't have any right now. There's also a weapon hide box, but I've never used it. In fact, I completely forgot it was there until showing it to y'all now. Weapons are a big part of Guild Wars 2 fashion, so I leave mine on. Now, we can go talk to the merchant that we unlocked. Oh, we had a POI right here. Care Verdant, which is translated to Green Fortress because of this massive watch tree that's here. What do you have for us, good sir? An accessory and a bow with precision attribute and better strength than I have equipped.
It was on the island just
You know,
across
I
Leeds
think
Inlet that
I
first met
will
Hanar.
buy that
He was
because
the
I
kennel
can,
master at
and I
Ganador's
can
kennel to
afford
the
it.
west. It was a glorious day.
So let's go ahead and do that. It'll pop up down here.
We agreed to
And
meet the
they're
next
also
evening under the same
selling,
tree across the inlet.
we're
That was
just
the first time
gonna
I
sell
saw
our
the
junk
undead in the area,
and
the last
all of
time I
our
saw
old
Hanar.
equipment too. We're also going to go in here and equip our new bow so
Our
that we
deeds are
can
reflected
sell
in
our
the
old
dream.
one. This
I
other
know your
merchant
face
isn't
from my
selling anything
dream.
that we need. We'll get better bags later on. So we're just gonna exit out of that.
It was on the island just
I hear
across Leeds
talking.
Inlet that I first
So let's just go up the tower and see what's going on.
to the west. It was a glorious day.
Sounds wonderful.
We agreed to meet the next evening under the same tree across the inlet. That was the first time I saw the undead in the area, and the last time I saw Hanar.
Sounds like that poor lady lost her lover to Risen. Let's just take a wee shortcut to get back to that other heart quest that we stumbled upon. Okay, and it looks like up in the top right it says we have to help lost hounds, play with pups, and kill pests. Time to smash some mosquitoes. And
How very
and
satisfying.
get achievements for it. Awesome. This new bow is helping immensely. We have found Danador's kennel, where they train Sylvan hounds. And we're just gonna pet some of these super cute puppers. Have a friend in here playing with the pups too. Let's go tell this lost one to go home. And we finished the heart quest. And right on time, because there is a new event in the spot that we're in. And it looks like he's saying to use repellent to protect the Sylvan hounds from the spiders. So it looks like we have to protect 8 hounds for 3.5 minutes. He also said there's pesticide to cure the sick dogs, but fending off the spiders works best.
all things have a right to grow.
Farewell. Progress leads to perfection.
Well, we lost 2 poor hounds, but still got a gold medal, so that's good. Lots of XP, leveled up, and completed our heart quest. We also got a lot of loot. We'll accept our letter from Danador. Says, greetings from the puppies. They're growing happily and healthily. I think they miss you, and they spent a whole afternoon sniffing around looking for you. We leveled up and unlocked our second down skill. It tells us about vistas, which we've talked about, and info on the Black Lion Trading Company. Now this is our in-game real money store. So there are a lot of utility and quality of life items in this store. It's nothing that I think is game breaking or anything that gives some players an advantage over others. Most of it is cosmetic and extremely tempting. There are reusable infinite salvage kits that cost a small amount of coin each time you salvage something, instead of having to buy stacks of salvage kits. There are infinite gathering tools, which are a huge quality of life tool in my opinion. So you don't have to buy stacks of gathering tools and keep them in your inventory. There are scrolls that allow fast travel to different places with access to the bank and crafting tables. There's nothing in here that gives you higher attributes or anything like that. You can exchange game gold for gems to buy those things if you really want to. The only thing I slightly disagree with in the Black Lion Trading Company is the fact that they do allow trading gems for gold. So you can use real money for buying in-game gold. I personally don't know anyone that does that, but it is an option. It's also where you can access the trading post where players can post things for others to buy. Alright, y'all. So let me get our girl Dame Zinnia here in our shot and hide the HUD. And this is where we're going to stop this especially long and info-packed episode. The further we get into this journey, the less you'll have to deal with info dump, because once you get the basics down, the more fun the game gets. I don't want to skip over even basic things because my hope is that I help everyone regardless of their MMO or even plain gaming experience. It's also just a common complaint for some people who have played this game that it's just overwhelming and feels like they're thrown in without floats. And we don't want that. So if you made it this far, leave me a comment below and let me know if you're a new or returning player, or if you may be looking into giving Guild Wars 2 another shot, and I hope to see you in Tyria exploring and enjoying your time doing so. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, nothing but peace and love to y'all. I'll see you next time.